Hey, BassGeek here. Strike King sent me some goodies. We're going to check these contents carefully. Okay, guys, so before we get started with the Strike King stuff, we've got some other stuff that was sent to me by BoatEFX. Now, this is one of their one-size-fits-all brands, makes, models. This is a cover trap. So a cover trap is actually made to put on your graphs so that your covers are trapped. They don't come flying off when you're going down the road. They also sent me my Boma step. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. B-O-O-M-A, Boma, whatever. I already put that on. Guys, it's all about safety when it comes to these steps. If you've got an older boat that don't have them on it, check into the BoatEFX. And of course, there is a 5% discount, BassGeek 5. You can go out there and buy anything, including the cover traps, off their website and get 5% off. All right, so let's jump into what Strike King sent me. Always, you know, cool little sticker there. Some of that stuff, of course, is their Topwater. It's a great time of year, and I love their Topwater baits. Guys, this is one right here that I love the color. This is their Sexy Dog. This color right here is Oyster. I've got a lot of things in that color. Just going to drop them in the box as we go, so if you hear that. Now, you'll notice here's another great color. Love my translucents in the clear water, and especially on high sunny days like today, the translucents are great. I do like, it's got to be a little translucent, but it does have to have a little bit of color to give some sort of flashing of color. This is the Sexy Ghost Minnow. Would be real good around some smallmouth. I like that translucent color and that blue into a kind of goldish green back. I've got a few of the smaller ones, which this time of year I really like to throw a smaller walking bait. Now here, of course, is your chartreuse shad. And guys, really, I always tell you, if you pay close attention, wider bone, black, translucent, and chrome. That's the colors that you want. I mean, 4 colors, that is the 4 colors that you want. But to go back, this is a good white. You'll notice it's got a white, got a little bit of chartreuse on the side, so as it walks, it'll get a little flash of that. But again, we go right back into, and this is obviously one of my favorite colors. They call it a clear water minnow. And again, you don't get any more translucent than this bad boy right here. They call these nudes. I'll show you some tricks I do with these one day. But that is a great little color for some super clear water. Then again, we go into our chromes. Chromes, believe it or not, I like them on days it's got just a little bit of ripple on the water. But these high bluebird sky days, they give off a ton of flash. Little bit of ripple. That's a big key. Now we're going to get into our hard knockers, and these are kind of like their version of a one knocker. I don't know if you can hear this, but I like that deep, low sound. Of course, I've got my black, they call it the Black Lab, since it's a Sexy Dog. And of course, I've got one more. You can hear the difference between the hard knock. Here's the hard knock. Got that real heavy, probably a tungsten, a little higher. But these are two of the same colors, if you'll notice. Again, clear water minnow and, clear water minnow. I think that's actually, Sexy Ghost Minnow. Actually, I'm wrong. That's a little different. But again, two very good colors right there. Now we get into, of course, got to get into the bone. That's one of my favorite colors. And good old chrome. Again, love that heavy, deep sound. Now, another great bait, and guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I've already opened this and used a couple of baits. I don't remember what's out in my truck or what's out in my boat. I know there was a Sexy Shad 2 tap. So this is kind of their, you know, harder knocking 2 tap bait. this is a 1/2 ounce, which is again one of my favorite sizes. That color is Tennessee Shad, which is one of my favorite colors. I think the other I had was a Sexy Shad, and I think there was a chrome blue back in there in the 2 taps too. They obviously know what I like. Here's their version of the tungsten swing football heads, which are basically the wobble heads. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. So they sent me a few in the 1 ounce, which is, you know, one of the sizes that's kind of my go-to really for the summer. But they sent me a nice big box of my favorite size, and that is 3/4 ounce. I use that 3/4 quite a bit. Here is some trailer hooks. These are in 3/0. So use those a lot on buzz baits, spinner baits at times. Now we're going to get into the sexy spoons. Guys, you guys know there's 3 companies that I love their spoons. And believe it or not, Strike King is one of them. I like their smaller size spoons. They're a great little spoon. Nichols is another company. I love their bigger spoons. By Ledge Hog, there's some really specific spoons that they make that I find to be great. But, you know, guys, one of the things I know a lot of you guys, now these are less winter time, you know, unless you live in shallower areas. You know, I tend to like vertical spoons this time of year, but these sexy spoons will work. And one of the things I always say is match the hatch. So I loaded up on some of their smaller spoons. I think this is their 4-inch spoon. I want to say these are like the sexy color right here, which I'm not, you know, I go with either, you know, some sort of blue, some sort of green. I think the green is like this one is their Gizzard Shad. These are the 5-inchers right here. And then we'll just call that the Sexy Shad color, because that's pretty much what that is. So again, the, you know, the Gizzard Shad, green gizzard, and the Sexy Shad in those spoons. So they're 4s and 5s. That's kind of what I stick to. Now, something that I don't use a lot of, but I heard these were better around wood, so I've been buying some of them. I've been buying some of the bigger ones so that they'll get down a little bit deeper. I'm going to kind of separate them out here by size. But these are the 3/4, and these are the Thunder Crickets. So, you know, basically white, green, and black, you know, is what I go to. That's a white. I believe this is a green pumpkin. I've already got some black and blue in these. And, of course, blue craw. Blue craw is real good in this area. Then we go down to the 5/8, and I've got a green pumpkin, and of course a white. You know, those are really the 3 colors that I go with. Now, like I said, I don't fish a chatterbait a whole lot, but those are colors that I like. Now I've got a green pumpkin in the these are the 3/8. This is a 1/2. And it's also a green pumpkin. I did get white in both of those sizes. Also, they're out in the boat already. Sorry. I just had that tournament coming up, which I'll talk about that sometime later. It was not happy. All right. Now, here's something I am crazy excited about. I cannot wait to get these out and try them. These are the Ned versions of some of the Rage products, okay? So the Ned versions of the Rage products. So I'm going to start right off with the Rage Ned Craw. Guys, these things are killers. So they are basically the Rage Craw in a Ned size. It's pretty neat. That is, sorry, by the way, blue craw. Again, a big color around here. Here we have the green pumpkin. Always got to have some green pumpkin. The next color, of course, always got to have our watermelon red flake in our Rage Craw. Rage Ned Craw. Yeah, whatever there. Then, of course, we've got Summer Craw. Good for the smallies. Love that color. Shout out to my guy, Richard. You know, pretty much staple colors right here in the Rage Ned Craws. So can't wait to check those out. Now, you know, I am a huge fan of the Rage Structure Bug, or Rage Bug, whatever you want to call it. So they've come out with the Ned version of that. Here we have the Watermelon Red, which is my go-to favorite color. Watermelon Red Rage Ned Bug. I cannot wait to try these out. Here, of course, is the Summer Craw. Now, these are new this year, just come out this year. Here we have the Blue Craw. Always got to have some Blue Craw. Does real good around here. Here's a pretty interesting color I just had to try. It's called Moon Juice. Kind of translucent. Got a blue-green translucent color to it. It's pretty cool. And, of course, as always, good old green pumpkin. I mean, when does green pumpkin not work, right? So those bugs are really, really pretty cool. The Ned Rage Bug, or the Rage Ned Bug. They look just like a Ned, or just like a Rage Bug, just smaller. All right, guys, that's it. We're going to, you know, as we get into this time of year, later in the year, we've got Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all the deals that are coming up and all the sales that are coming up. You're going to see a lot of reviews by me. You're going to see a lot of me talking about products that I liked this year. We're going to do a video on what products stood out to me, because I'm sure a lot of this stuff is going to go on sale as we get to the end of the year, and you'll be able to go out and buy it. So we're going to talk about basically stocking stuffers and some of my favorite baits of 2021 that you can buy going into 2022. But as right now, guys, tell me if you've used any of this stuff, if any of this stuff is your favorite stuff. Again, make sure you go check out BoatEFX. And as always, guys, questions and comments in the comment section below. You guys know I love to talk about bass fishing with you, and anything else that has to do with fishing. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you ring that bell so you get the notifications when these videos come out. You guys watching Real Fishing tells YouTube, hey, we enjoy real guys showing us real fishing and telling us the God's honest truth about baits and fishing. And that's what we try to do here. Anyway, as always, you guys rock.